So hi, hello everyone. So welcome to YouTube channel Learn with Lakineni. So in this video, I am going to explain the two-sum problem. So which is a very famous problem in many giant companies like Microsoft, Facebook. The people are used to ask questions like this. So today I am going to solve this two-sum problem. So before going to the video, you all please subscribe to my channel Learn with Lakineni so that you will get more updates from my channel. So please listen the entire video so that you will get more clarification on this two sum problem in different conditions and different ways of explanation I have given. And finally, I have end up the video with a solution in Python. Hello. In this video, I am going to solve the problem of two sum, which is a famous Leetcode problem. With this question was asked in several interviews. So what is a sum of two numbers from? So this is the question I am showing you, which is there in the Leetcode website. Okay, in this you can see, given an array of integers called numbers, the name of the array is nums, and an integer target, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to the target. That means we will be given an array and we will be given a target, and in that array we have to pick up the elements, two elements, in such a manner the addition of the two numbers, that means the sum of the two numbers, shall be equal to the target. There will be only one solution. You can see he has given the condition. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution. You have only one solution, and you may not have the same. We are not supposed to use the same element twice. So by satisfying these constraints, we have to find out the numbers. If we add those two numbers, it should be equal to the target. So what we have to return? So after if the sum of the two numbers is equal to the target, then we have to return the indices of the two numbers. That means the output from this problem is we have to return the places of the two elements. That means the indices of the two elements from the given array. Okay, you just keep in mind that you have to sum the two numbers in such a manner that those two numbers should give the target. That is the sum. But we should not use the same number again. You may not use the same number twice. We are not supposed to use the same number twice. One element has to be used in once only. Okay. So that means finally what is the answer? The answer is you have to return the indices in any order. We have to return the indices of the two numbers in any order. It's no problem. Suppose if you take an example, here I am giving the explanation for the example. Example 1. So the input nums is a list having the elements 2, 7, 11, 15. Now the target value is 9. So we have to pick up two elements from the given list such that the sum of the two numbers shall be equal to the target 9. Suppose if you take 2, it is the first number, and if you take the next number 7, it is equal to 9. It is equal to 9. That means it is equal to target. It is equal to target. That means we got the pair. We got the pair. So now what is the place of this? Its in this index is 0. What is the place of this element in the given list? It is 1. That means you have to return 0, 1 as the output. That means the indices of the two numbers. Okay, this order may be 0, 1 or 1, 0. You can send it any format, but you have to find out the exact two values which is giving the sum is equal to the target. Okay, the sum of the two numbers is equal to the target. Suppose if you take this array or list 3, 2, 4. So what is the target? The target is equal to 6. That means the sum of the two numbers shall be equal to the 6. Suppose if you take 3 and if you take the next one 2, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. It is not equal to 6. Again you take 3 and you add with this 4. So 3 plus 4, 7. It is not equal to your target value 6. Again you just leave this and you can come here. So now you take 2 and you come this side. You are not required to take again 3. Why? Because you have already done 3 plus 2. Either 3 plus 2 or 2 plus 3 will give the same result. So here I have taken 2 and I have taken the next number 4. So it gives the target as 4. Target value as 6. So this is the correct pair. So now what are the indices of this element? This is at place 1. What is the index of this element? 2. So my output is 1, 2. My output is 1, 2. Okay. So this is the way you have to think how to solve this problem. There are multiple ways. You can go with the brute force. You can go with a bootstrap. You can go in several different. You have to think in different ways. Why? Because you have to give an optimized solution. You have to give an optimized solution. You have to think in a better way. Optimized solution means that program shall take less time complexity and less space complexity. Suppose if you take this example, here it contains only 3, 3. We are not supposed to take the same element. 3 plus 3 will give you 6, but we are not supposed to take the same element, the same position element. You can, if you have the same element in the next position, yes, you can take. Now, if you take 3 plus 3, it gives the target as 6. So, the first 3 available at index 0, the second 3 is available at index 1. So, this will be your output. So, like that, you have to design the problem. Let us consider the example. Suppose given array is 2, 7, 11, 15 and the indices are 0, 1, 2, 3. What is your goal? What is the goal of the problem? The goal is you need to reach the target value as 9. So in order to reach the target value, what are the constraints? What we need to do? Find a pair from array with sum is equal to target. That is the first one. What is the next one? Do not reuse the element. You are not supposed to use the same element. Next one is, there is, as per the problem, there is exactly one solution. That is another one. Finally, what we have to do? We have to return the index or indices, index of the pair as answer, as output in any order. In any order. Suppose if you see, what is your goal? What is your solution? In the given example, what is our solution? Our solution is 0, 1 or 0, 1, or you can pass like 1, 0. So this is our solution. The elements at those places are giving the sum of the elements as 9. Okay, now we will see different approaches to solve this problem. Here we have taken an array of elements 9, 8, 3, 7. Now our target value is 10. So by using brute force, that means we are comparing each element with the rest of the elements in the array. And we are summing each two elements and we are trying to see whether we are reaching the target or not. Okay, so if you compare like this, this is called as brute force method. Here we are, suppose here I have taken, first I have taken 9. Let us suppose this is I. From 9, this is I. Remaining elements we have to see in the right hand side. Let it be first of all J. Now I will take the pair 9, 8. So 9 plus 8 is equal to 17. 17 is not equal to 10. So this pair is not useful. Again, you just move this J to the next element. So now again 9 plus 3 is equal to 12, which is not equal to 10. Again you move this J to the right side. Again 9 plus 7 is equal to 16, which is not equal to 10. That means in the first iteration, no two elements have satisfied our target value as 10. So now what you have to do? Again you have to change, you have to shift this I to the right side. Now the I will come here. Now what is the value? Now where will be the I? I will be here. From I you have to go to the right side. You will not come back side. Why? Because already we have seen what is 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8 or 8 plus 10, both are same. So now we will go to the right hand side. So now this will be the first J value. Now what is the pair now? 8 plus 3. The pair is 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is equal to 11, which is not equal to 10. We'll stop. And we'll move J to the right side. Now what is the new pair? 8 plus 7 is equal to 15, which is not equal to 10. Again, we'll stop. There are no other elements. That means we are picking up one element and we are trying all the values. Now again, we will see, we will move I to the right side. Now this will be the new I. Now again, what will be the J to the right side? The J is here. Here we don't go back. Again, we will go to the right side. So now what is the new pair? The new pair is 3 plus 7 is equal to 10, which is equal to our target value 10. So now what is the index? 0, 1, 2, 3. So the new index are, the indexes of these two elements are 2, 3. Now this will be your output. This is our output. This you have to pass. Either 2, 3 or 3, 2. Any order you can pass the indices. So if you follow the brute force method, then what is the time complexity? The time complexity will be order of n square, where n is the number of elements. Why? Because for the first time, how many comparisons we are doing? N minus 1 comparisons. For the second time, how many comparisons? N minus 2 comparisons. So on. Second last element. For the second last element, how many comparisons we are doing? 1. So total how many comparisons? Total number of comparisons is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on n minus 1. So now what is the sum of these numbers? This is equal to sum of n natural numbers. N minus 1 n by 2. This is equal to order of n square. So the time complexity is very large. So if we apply the brute force method. So this is not a good practice to use high complexity problems. So we will try with another solution. Now here is another method, that is two-pointer method. So in this two-pointer method, first of all, we have to keep the elements in the sorting order. Suppose if we keep the elements in the sorting order, suppose what is our array? Our array is 9, 8, 3, 7. Suppose if we keep your elements in the ascending order, elements will become 7, 3, 7, 8, 9. So this is okay, but what happens to index? This is at 0 index, first index, second index, third index. If we sort the elements, now the indexes of the element places will be changed, so that you are not going to give the correct pair indices. So that's why we will use the separate method called as, we have to store every value and index. So what is the first value? 9. What is the index of the 9? 0. What is second value? Second value is 8. What is the index of the second value? 1. What is the third value? 3. The index of the 3 is 2. What is the next one? 7. The index of the 7 is 3. Now we will keep the elements in the sorting order based on the value. So now out of these elements, which one is having the least one? 3 is having the least one. So that's why 3, and this index is 2 as per the given array. And the next highest is 7, and its index is 3 as per the given array. And the next element is 8, and its index is 1 as per the given array. Next one is 9, and its index is 0. That means we are not changing the actual positions of the elements. So in this two-pointer concept, you have to run 2 pointers from left hand to, and one is at leftmost pointer and the other one is rightmost pointer. Now we have to see those elements at those positions. Now here the element at index I is 3 and the element at index j is 9. So 9 plus 3 is equal to 12, which is greater than our target. That means the elements are the ascending order. So here the sum is greater. 12 is greater than 10. That means you have an excess sum. So you have to keep that j to the left side. You have to bring the j to the left side. Why? Because the sum is more. You have to decrease the sum. So you have to decrease the sum. Here the elements are the ascending order. Here you have to come front. That means you have brought the j to the left position. Now here we will keep, if the sum is less than, then we have to increase the sum. So that I will send I to the right hand side. But here the sum is greater, so that I need to decrease the sum. So that I am bringing j value to the left hand side. Now j settled at this position. Now what is the value here? 8. 3 plus 8 is equal to 11, which is greater than our target 10. Still the value is more. So in order to reduce the value, again I am bringing this j value to the left hand side. Now what is the I value? What is the I value? Your I value is right now fixed. 3 plus what is j value? 7, which is equal to 10, which is equal to our target value. This is not accepted, but this is accepted. Okay, so that's why. So what is the index of the element 3? The index of the element 3 is 2. And what is the index of the element 7? The index of the element 7 is 3. So now this is the pair which is giving the required sum is equal to 10. So that means the elements at indices 2 and 3 is giving the required sum is equal to 10. So this is what is called a two-pointer method. So now what is the time complexity of this problem? So in order to keep these elements, in order to give these elements with index, it takes R of n. N elements are there, so R of n. So what is the time complexity to keep the elements in the ascending order? it will be, if you use good sorting algorithm, it will be R of n log n. Okay. So what is the time complexity of comparing these elements? It will be n elements are there, R of n. N elements are there, R of n. So now what is the total time complexity? Order of n plus n log n plus n. This is approximately equal to order of n log n. So this is the time complexity if you apply the method two-pointer method. So you apply the two-pointer method, the time complexity will be order of n log n. Still we will try, is there any other efficient method so that we can reduce the time complexity. I think you're all understanding the problem. So you have to think in different ways in solving the problem. So never use the brute force method unless until if you don't have any other solution. So brute force method looks very easy, but its time complexity is more. Nowadays we have to see that the most efficient algorithm, it should be executed in a less time. That means you need less time complexity problems. So when compared to the previous one, this two-pointer method is giving less time complexity. Now you will see another method. Let us consider another method, hash map, in which we have taken the array. Here the target is 10. Now we have to see that the target, so let us suppose this is an x, this is x, this is x. Target minus x shall be in the hash set. If it is not there in the hash set, you have to put in the hash set. If it is there in the hash map, then you have to stop and you have to declare the pair. Suppose if you take the first element 9, 9, 9, here y is equal to target minus x. So what is the target? 10. 10 minus, what is your x value? 9. So 1. So 1 is not there in the hash map. Then we are simply throwing this element into the hash map. So now the element is 9 and its index is 0. It is at index 0. Next, you run this index, you run this x to the, you just move the x to the right hand side. So now it will be another x. So now what is the x value? X is equal to 8. So now you calculate target minus x. Target minus x. It will be 10 minus 8. So it is 2. Is 2 is there in the hash map? No, 2 is not there. Then you throw this 8 into the hash map. So 8 and its index is 1. Now again you just move this x to the right hand side. So now the x value is 3. Now the x value is 3. Now you see 10 minus 3. 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. So is 7 is there in this? No. So now you just simply add this 3 and its index 2 to the hash map. Now you just move this x to the right hand side. Now again the new target minus x is 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. This value is there already in the hash map. So now there you stop and you pick up one index at the x position and one index at this scene position. That means what is the index of 7 here? The index of 7 is 3. What is the index of 3 here? The index of 3 is 2. Now you declare the pair at these indices are giving the result as 10. That means if you sum the elements at those indices 3, 2, it is giving the result as 10. So this is the way of solving the problem with the hash map. So whenever your target and the current value, the difference between target and current value is not there in the hash map, you just simply throw that element into the hash table with the index, and again you move x to the right side. Again you check the target, the difference between target and the present X value. If the difference is not there in the target, in the hash map, then you throw that element into the hash map. So like that, you have to repeat the process until you find the difference in the hash map. So there you stop and you declare those two indices and say that those two the elements of those indices are giving the result of the target. Here simply we are just sending the elements into the hash map, hash table. So here the time complexity is R of n, which is very less compared to the previous time complexity. In the first method, our time complexity is R of n square. In the second method, our time complexity is R of n log n. In the third case, our time complexity is R of n. So when you compare these three, this one is having the least time complexity. So now we will write the solution for this hash map. I hope everyone is understanding the problem. So I explained you how to solve two-sum problem with examples I have given. So you can solve the two-sum problem by using brute force. It takes R of n square time. So you have another method, two-string method with the two-pointer method. In that you can solve this two-sum problem. In that case also, the time complexity is R of n log n. So now when we come to the third case, which I already discussed and explained with an example, which is hash map. So using that, we are getting the less time complexity, that is R of n. So here I have written the solution for two-sum problem using hash map. That is the third case which I have explained earlier. Okay. So here I am explaining the code and I am tracing out the code so that it will be easy to understand for you. Okay. Suppose here I have taken a list. The name of the list is numbers. In that numbers 2, 7, 11, 15. So I have taken 4 numbers. Now my target value is 9. That means you have to pick up 2 numbers from the given list or a array so that the sum of the 2 numbers is equal to 9. In such a manner, you have to pick up the pair and you have to give the output in terms of the indices. Okay. Suppose once again here I am explaining manually. I have taken 2 arrays. The first array is 2, 7, 11, 15. This is my array. So what are the indices? 0, 1, 2, 3 are the indices. So what is our target? Our target is equal to 9. So now if you use the hash map, then so it will be key and it will be value. First of all, you take the first element, that is x. Here x plus y is equal to target. Here I have taken x. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 2. So target minus 2 is equal to 7. Is 7 is there already in the hash map? No, 7 is not there in the hash map. So that I am pushing this 2 into the hash map. So 2 and its index is 0. Next I will move to the right side. Now this is right now the x value. Now again 9 minus 7. So what is the difference between 9 minus 7? It is 2. Is 2 is already there in the hash table? Yes, it is there in that. So that's why we stop here and we will declare this index and the current index which is shown by the x. So x is at index 1. So now 1. So what is the value of 2? 0. So 0, 1 are the indices. This pair, the values at these indices is giving a sum of 9. That means 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. So this is the solution for the, suppose if you operate it, you should get the solution as 1, 0 or in any order 0, 1. This must be the solution. In the same manner, next one is 3, 2, 4. We have 3, 2, 4. In this, suppose if you take key value, you take the first one. What is the target? Target is equal to 6. Target is equal to 6. Now you take the this is the x value. What is the first value of x? 3. 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. Is 3 is there in this? No. So now you push this 3. You push this 3 and its index. Now you move x to right side. Now x value is this. Now what is the target minus x? Target is 6. Minus x means 2. It is 4. Is 4 is there in this? No. So now you push this 2 and its index 1. Now you move this x to the right side. Now what is the value of x? 4. So what is the target? 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. 2 is already there in this. So that's why you declare the value at x and the value in this hash map. So here the index are 1 and what is the value of x? What is the index of x? It is 2. Now you declare, you print 2, 1 are the indices of the pair which is giving the sum 6. So this is the way we are solving this problem. I hope you are understanding. Okay, suppose here I have taken this list and the target value is 9. Now print here string. Here what I am sending, I am calling a method called as toSum method. Here I have defined a method called toSum method. For that method, what I am passing? A list and then target value. List and the target value. Here this function is expecting this one. You are passing this numbers. It is expecting the numbers in the form of a list of integers. Its name is nums. Now you are sending the target value. It is expecting the target value in terms of a integer. Okay. So finally you are returning a list of integers. Finally what it is returning? It is returning a list of integers. That is the return value. This is the return value. Here I have created an empty list, that is result. Result is equal to, here I have created an empty list. Now, and also I have created a dictionary. The name of the dictionary is index_map. What is the purpose of this? To store the difference and its index. Okay, to store the difference and its index. So that is, here I have created an empty dictionary. Now for I, n in enumerate. So here enumerator will enumerate the numbers, the elements in the list nums, and also it gives the integer values for all the elements in the list. So now what is the value of I? The value of I is equal to 0. The value of I is equal to 0. Now what is the value of n? So what is the first value of here you are passing the element nums is equal to, here nums is equal to nums is equal to 2, 7, 11, 50. So now what is the first value of I? First value of n? The first value of n is 2. So here I is equal to 0 and n is equal to 2. So here I is equal to 0 and n is equal to 2. So now you have to find out the difference between that means target and n. So here difference is equal to target minus n. So what is the target here? The target is 9. 9 minus n, 2 is equal to 7. 1c. if difference in index map is the value difference, is the key difference is there in this in the index underscore map dictionary? No, it is a empty dictionary. So now this case is false. Now you come to else. So now what I am saying? Index underscore map of n. That means what is the value of n? N means 2. That means here I am adding a key that is 2 and its value is I. What is the value of I? I is equal to 0. That means 2 colon 0 I am adding. Okay. Now in the second iteration, again in the second iteration, now you can see like this. In the second iteration, so now what is the value of I and n? In the second iteration, the value of I is equal to 1 and the value of n is equal to, so what is the value of n? N is equal to 7. Now again you have to find out the difference. So difference is equal to target. What is the target? 9 minus 7. 9 minus 7. It is equal to 2. So now you just see if difference in index of index underscore map, that means you are looking for a difference in the dictionary. Yes, 2 is there in the dictionary. That means this condition is true. This time this condition is true. Now you are adding result dot append of I. That means the result is a list. For that list you are appending the value of I. What is the value of I right now? 1. 1 you are adding to this result list. Okay. Now again you are adding result dot append of index of map of difference. So what is the difference? Here difference is equal to index underscore map of difference. That means this is a dictionary. Now it is a key. So what is value? 0. Its value is 0. That you are adding to the result. So here result is a list. For the list you are adding an element. From where you are getting the element? You are getting the element from the dictionary value. So here index underscore map of difference. Difference is 2. That means 2 is a key. What is the value? 2 is a key. Its value is 0 in the dictionary. That 0 you are appending to the result. Now break. That means you have seen the element in the dictionary. That's why you are coming out of the loop, and you are returning result. So what is the result? Result is a list 1, 0. Now you are printing that. So now what is the output you are getting from the first print statement? 1, 0. So in the similar fashion you will do the second one also. Okay, I hope you are understanding. So you have to, writing code is different and understanding the coding is different, and tracing the logic involved in the coding is different. Here I am trying to involve you to understand how the code is iterating, how the logic is going in the program. That's why I am stressing and I am giving a complete clear-cut explanation on this code. Suppose if you take the second one here, again you are passing this and you are calling the function toSum. So here nums is equal to, here you have 3 values, 2, 3, 4. So again you do the same thing. Now you are creating an empty list. List is equal to empty list, and here I am creating an empty dictionary. The name of the dictionary is index underscore map. This is an empty dictionary. Now for I, n in enumerator of nums, that means the value of I is equal to initially 0, and the value of n is, it is taken from the list nums. Okay. So now n is equal to 3. Now what I am doing? I am finding the difference. So difference is equal to target. What is your target value? N. So difference is equal to 6 minus, what is the value of n? 3 is equal to 3. So now is 3 is there in the dictionary? No, 3 is not there in the dictionary. Why? Because right now the dictionary is empty. Now this case. Now index of map of n. That means you are adding an element into the dictionary. Index of map. It is not there. So that's why, that means it becomes a key and its value becomes I. What is the value of I? 0. Now you are adding a key value pair into the dictionary. Okay. Next, in the second iteration, again it comes to the loop. In the second iteration, what is the value of I? In the second iteration, the value of I is equal to 1. In the second iteration, the value of n is equal to 2. Now the difference is 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. Is 4 is there in the is the 4 is there in the dictionary? No. That means you have to add. How you will add? Index underscore map of n. What is the n? N is equal to 2 is equal to what is the value of I? The value of I is equal to 1. That means here you are adding a key value 2 comma 2 colon 1. So this is the key, its value. This is the key, its value. Now again you are going into the loop. Now what is the next value of I? I is equal to 2. What is the next value of n? N is equal to 4. Now you see the difference. 6 minus 4, it is equal to 2. Now you check whether the 2 is there in the dictionary. Difference in index underscore map. The difference is 2. It is there? Yes, it is there. The key is there. Now what I am doing, this is true. I am getting into this if condition. Result dot append. That means what is the value of I right now? The value of I is 2. That I am adding to the result. Okay. In the next line, result dot append of index underscore map of difference. So what is the difference here? 2. That means index of 2. That means what is the value of key 2? The value of key 2 is 1. That I am adding into the list. I am adding into the list. Okay. So now what I am doing? Here. Finally, I am returning the result. So what is there in the result? Result is a list in which the indices are there. That means the elements at these indices are giving the result of 6. So this is the tracing of the problem. Okay. So the time complexity of this algorithm is order of n. The time complexity of the algorithm is order of n. So which gives the less time complexity compared to the previous discussed 2 pointer problem, and also we have discussed brute force problem. So this is what I have explained about the solution. Now if you run this program, so you can see here you are getting 1, 0. That means the elements at these indices are giving the target value as 9, and the elements at these indices giving the target value of 6. Okay. So this is the way I am explaining the concepts for your clear-cut idea. So please listen the video clearly and please understand the problem so that you will get complete understanding of every concept. And at the same time, after listening the concept, after understanding the code involved in this, you please practice it so that you will get perfection. So coding is very important nowadays for a software engineer. So after watching this video, I think you all love my channel and my videos. So please subscribe to my channel, Learn with Lakineni. So please subscribe to my channel, Learn with Lakineni. Please subscribe, press on bell icon, like it, share it, comment it, so that you will get more updates from my channel. So soon we will solve so many Leetcodes. Thank you one and all for watching my video.